Twisted Pro pod light install. Y'all stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Clint, and today I'm going to be installing the pod lights from Twisted Pro that I showed you guys in the Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam video. Em and I are actually planning a camping trip later on, and there's going to be some night wheeling involved. So I wanted to go ahead and get these pod lights installed so I have them for that trip. So what I did was I got on Twisted Pro's website. They offer a wiring kit. It's not vehicle specific, it's universal, so should be pretty easy to figure out. Plug and play, just got to figure out how I want to run my wires and figure out what I'm going to do with the switch, and that should basically be it. If you guys are interested in the specifics of these lights, I encourage you to go to the Twisted Pro website, or if you want to check out my Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam video, I did an interview with Sean from Twisted Pro, and he went over a lot of stuff with him. It's actually pretty cool. It's a 100% veteran owned and operated company. Everything's made right here in the US. They're not as pricey as some of your higher end light systems. I think I gave, and of course they had a special event pricing for the Jeep Jam. I think I got both pod lights for like 150 bucks, something like that. So roughly 75 bucks a light. I've been off and on their website. They do sales. Actually, I think they're kind of doing a pre-Black Friday sale right now. So if you want to get in on that, check their stuff out. Their lighting systems aren't just for Jeeps, although they do have LED Jeep headlights. They've got the 7-inch, they've got 9-inch, they've got the 9-inch brackets if you want to put a 7-inch light in your JL. They've got the 9-inch brackets that'll support that. So whatever you want to do, man. They got rock lights, pod lights, they got light bars, just pretty much anything you want to do. So check out Twisted Pro. I will have a link in the description to their website, and I'll also put a link to these specific lights that I'm putting on. So when you open this up, pull the light out. You see it's got a 2-pin Doge connector on it, which if you don't have those, it's no problem. You can order the male or female ends off Amazon and wire them into however you're going to wire them. It's not a big deal. I like these because they're waterproof, and it's a quick disconnect deal that should make things fairly easy. But if you want to just cut these off, just pull this heat shrink back a little bit and expose these wires. Once you expose the wires, you can cut that, and it's pretty standard. It's a white or a red and a black wire, and hot and negative, and pretty self-explanatory from there. Hardware pack and the mounting bracket. So what you're going to need for this is 2 of these bolts, 2 nuts. The way this goes, you can put the bracket in either way you want to. I chose to put it in with the curve facing forward. And you get the bracket in there, and then you get the hole in the bracket lined up with the hole here, and just slide your bolt in there like that. Same thing on the other side. And actually you can just drop the nut down in there and just work with it till the bolt gets started, and that works just as easily. Just snug them up so that the bracket isn't flopping around on you when you're trying to mount it. That should do nicely. So this wiring harness, as you can see, I've kind of got it laid out roughly how I'm gonna put it in here. Like I said, this is just temporary. I'm gonna try to put it in here where it looks nice and clean and neat, but I'm not gonna worry a whole lot about it because this is probably gonna come out once I get a switch system anyway. If you look right here, the seal from your firewall and your hood, it's got a hole already there that you can run this wire through for the one pod light. Run the other one and the switch wire across the front. Do the same thing on the other side. 40 amp relay and a 30 amp fuse. red to positive, black to negative, pretty simple stuff. So if you're wondering about how to run the wire through the firewall, right here is a plug. That's just a plastic plug that's in the firewall. You find that on the inside and you can use your finger and just pop it right out. You can see I've already drilled a hole in it to run the wire for my sub. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to drill another hole rather than undoing all that wire for the sub and all that crap and then having to rerun it. I'm not doing all that. I'm just going to drill another hole, run the wires for the switch in there, and then my switch will be inside the cab. Now, assuming you didn't already have a bracket on here, you're going to need a T40. Take the 2 bolts here and the 2 bolts here out, and then this side panel from the cowl will come right off. You can see I've already got the wire from the harness run through here. The pigtail from the light, just going to plug them together until it clicks, and then that's good to go. Now all I got to do is put the cover back on, put the bracket back on, and get the light mounted. Okay, so after about my 3rd attempt trying to do this, it looks like the easiest way is going to be to attach the pod to the bracket before you put the bracket back on the Jeep. There. Looks like I'm going to have to put the hood down. There, that's how it's mounted. Now the lights are mounted. Okay, so what I've done here is I've drilled a 15/64 hole right here in this plug, disconnected the wires from the switch. I'm just going to feed them through there one at a time until I can get the wire through there, then run that back down, plug it back up, and then I'll have my switch on the inside of the cab. Alright, so I got my wires run, plugs back in, harness is on the inside of the cab. Now all I got to do is plug those wires up to the switch, hook the harness up to the battery, and I'll be good to go. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Like I said, guys, this is just temporary for me. I'm not into drilling into any of my panels up here and mounting it. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but this is one of those deals where everybody's Jeep is different, and you know what, you can put this switch anywhere you guys want to, so we'll leave that up to you. Alright guys, as you can see, the lights work. Sun's setting pretty quick, so it'll be dark here in a little bit, and we'll see what these things do in the dark. Okay, so it finally got dark, and here we go. Damn! Alright, just thought I'd run down the road here a little bit, kind of give you a better idea of what these pod lights will do. Alright, here we go. Let's turn the low beam, let's turn the lights off. Oh! That's not too bad. Don't have all that hood glare that you get from a big light bar. Oh shit, it's dark. Let's see what they'll do with the headlights on. It's alright. That's pretty bright there. I imagine that'll help quite a bit on the trails. I'm pretty impressed with the output of these lights. The main beam is almost like a spotlight, and you have the peripherals. It lights up the side extremely well. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these lights. They're not as expensive as some on the market, but I think that you will find that the quality is just as good, if not better, than the really stupidly expensive ones. Install may have seemed a bit haphazard, but there's really no right or wrong way. It's pretty standard throughout all applications. You just have to figure out how to make it work with your application. And that's all it is. You know, everybody's Jeep is different. You may want to run the wires different and all that, and that's fine too. It just takes a little bit to figure out how you want to do it all. Hopefully this will give you an overview, kind of a guide to what I did. Maybe it'll help you guys out. Hope you liked the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, keep the shiny side up. Jeep on.